What a complete embarrassment. What an embarrassing show. I'm recording this here because I paid money to see this. I'm the sucker. I'm one of the suckers that paid money to watch this. I thought, you know what? I'll try and be an upstanding citizen and I'll contribute some money to Rumble Premium. I'll do it the proper way because I want to see this professional mixed martial arts fighter destroy this other person who, when he punches, he does a whirlwind spin. And I thought, I'm gonna see absolute destruction from round one. Just before they stepped together to fight each other, Andrew Tate's eyes, it looked like he was looking at his prey. He was smiling at his prey. He was gonna pounce on his prey and destroy him. Well, that was the worst boxing match I ever seen in my life. That was the worst boxing match I ever seen in my life. And that counts women's boxing as well. You look at that Chase guy, he looks like he can't even fight. The guy showed up in the fight with pink boxing gloves and a man bun on his head. And Andrew Tate, the man, the alpha male, the top G, he lost to this. He lost to this presentation of a man. A man who started crying after he won. He started crying and he kissed Andrew's face and hugged him. And Andrew Tate's a man who goes on the internet and talks all big. Look, I understand the thing of, okay, it's a man's thing to get into a fight. And whether you win or lose, it doesn't matter. Because as a man, you're just experiencing the fight. That's what men do. Men experience the fight. That's why I do sparring with my friends. I don't know all the rules and techniques of boxing, but we just put some boxing gloves on and we go punch the heck out of each other until one of us is on the floor, winded, groaning and moaning in pain. I don't know what the hell this was. I've never seen anything like it. It was like a slap fight between two big men. I don't know how Andrew Tate is going to recover from this. I don't think there's any recovery from this. Look, every man out there is looking at Andrew Tate thinking, I bet I could knock him out. I was watching him and I was thinking, you know what? My sparring matches are better than what he's doing. And I fight people way bigger than me. Apparently Andrew was training for this by sparring with 5'6" people, 5'8" people, and they weighed about 130 pounds. Obviously, if you're training yourself to fight these kinds of people and you're fighting 60 of them, you're not preparing yourself to fight someone who's heavier than you. Actually, they were the same weight. They were the exact same weight in that fight. So I don't understand. None of their punches had impact. None of Andrew's punches had any conviction in them. Every single punch Andrew threw, there was no conviction in it. And that's weird. This is from a man who makes videos talking big on the internet, telling men how to be men. Apparently teaching young men how to be men. I never followed this idiot because I don't even like him. The reason I watched this fight was because I thought, oh, he talks big all the time. And he knows mixed martial arts. So let's see what he does. I want to see what he looks like when he fights this tornado guy. A guy who throws punches like a tornado. How is Andrew gonna humiliate this guy? And all the trash talk that guy was doing to Andrew. The guy made him flinch in the face off too, and I was thinking, Andrew's really angry now. He doesn't want to talk anymore, he just wants to punch him in the face. Now that I look back on it, I just want to punch him in the face, I just want to punch him in the face. It sounds like a child. Sounds like a child that's like waiting for an after school fight. I've seen better fights in school with kids fighting each other. I've seen better fights there. What a absolute embarrassment. What a absolute crap show. I have a right to criticize this garbage because I paid for it. I'm a sucker who paid for it. I think this is the last time I involve myself with these influencers. If you want to watch boxing, watch professionals. Don't watch these idiots. Actually, I would like to watch these idiots just to see, okay, who's gonna beat who. It is really interesting the fact that Andrew lost to this guy. And look at Andrew's position now. He can't say nothing. He can't say nothing big. All he can do is put his head down and say, "Oh yeah, man, congratulations to Chase. Yeah, he's really strong, and it just matters if you try. Like it's better to try than to never try. It's better to lose than to never try." I think in your case, Andrew, it was better to not try at all. It would have been better if you just kept your big mouth. It would have been better if you just kept your big mouth. And then everyone would have this perception that, oh, you're really hard, you're really tough. You're actually not. Everyone's looking at Andrew thinking, I could probably take him. We all thought Andrew is like the king of these influencer fighters. Now you know if you look at Jake Paul would knock him out. The KSI guy, he'd knock him out too. Tommy Fury would knock him out. Who else? All of these influencers would knock him out. Because if he brings that sort of performance to them, he's a dead man. He's minused his aura by 1,000,000 points. I've never seen such a bad aura loss before. This is the worst, the biggest aura loss I ever seen in the history of aura losses. You know, they say that, oh, the generational, they won't even be able to pay it back generationally. I think it's actually true with this guy. What a shame. What a shame. We all thought this guy could fight, man. And of course he can fight. He's a mixed martial artist. Maybe if he was doing if he was doing mixed martial arts with Chase, would he win then? I don't know. I've seen his previous fights on YouTube, those old mixed martial arts fights, and they were nothing impressive to me. I didn't look at them and think, oh, whoa, Andrew's amazing. He's something special. I think Andrew got a proper reality check today. He got all the alpha male beat out of his head. He got all the alpha male beat out of his head. There's none of that today. What an embarrassment. The man's probably gone home, and his women at his home, they're like, oh, not tonight, honey. I've got a headache. I've got a headache. Not tonight. What an embarrassment, man. All that crap talking you were doing. This is why you should just stay humble. I think when you come on the internet, you should just be humble. I should take this as a lesson myself. I'm not going to come on here and act tough or anything, because there's going to be somebody out there who's going to embarrass me. It's better to just be humble and not soft-spoken, but watch your words, watch what you say. Because there's always going to be somebody out there who embarrasses you. And he's had the biggest embarrassment ever televised to so many people. I'm glad I'm not him right now. Even with all his money, all that money is not going to save him from this embarrassment. Look, every time he goes in the future now, if he goes into a press conference and he's doing a face-off with somebody, they're all going to bring up this fight and say to him, like, they're going to share this fight to him. Oh, is this you? Is this what you're going to do to me? Every punch thrown with no conviction in it. I don't get it. It's a good thing he's not fighting actual fighters. He'd get buried. He'd get dropped on the floor, and he wouldn't be able to talk tough to anybody then. Ordinary people, I've already said it, ordinary people are probably looking at him thinking, I could probably take him. Man was getting manhandled and thrown around all over the place, even though they're the same weight. How does that happen? He got a proper reality check. He was looking at him at the beginning like he's about to pounce on his prey. And then I'm gonna have to watch it again. There must have been a point somewhere where he suddenly realized he effed up. Oh man, I wonder what kind of videos Andrew's gonna come out with now. Is there gonna be a period of time where he's not able to talk tough anymore? until he kind of forgets what happened to him. Is he even going to be able to sleep tonight? I want my refund, Andrew. I tried getting a refund on Rumble, but it's not possible. I'm stuck with a 1 whole year of subscription to Rumble, and I don't even know what to do with it. Maybe I should start uploading videos there. That Chase went up to Andrew's brother, and all Andrew's brother could do was just nod and smile. All that mouth is gone now. What was he saying before? Andrew's gonna knock the shite out of this Chase guy. He's gonna beat the absolute crap out of him. And all he could do was just smile at him. Andrew's lucky that this Chase guy was soft enough to start crying. Actually, he's that really lucky. Your opponent, the one who kicked your ass, started crying, and he's in there with pink boxing gloves. What's he gonna do in the future? This is so much embarrassment for him. This is tremendous embarrassment. This is tremendous embarrassment. How is he gonna do face-offs in the future? Look, he's stuck now. Because if he doesn't try again in the future, then everyone's gonna remember this fight when they look at him and say, this guy just talks tough. And it's true, he just talks tough. He talks tough. He punches little people. I don't know what the hell was even that 39-minute round that he was doing. I thought if he's doing a 39-minute round practicing, he's gonna be able to go full 12 rounds if he wanted to. 15 rounds like the old day. I think these guys, they'd probably only be good in like Rocky Balboa movies, if that even. I don't think young men should be listening to this guy and trying to take advice from him. This guy's an idiot, he just talks tough. He talks tough, and look how he got embarrassed in front of the whole world. This is a wake-up call to young men who watch him and they're like, Top G, Top G, Top G, Top G. I think the G in Top G stands for gay, from the amount of hugging I seen in that fight. What an embarrassment. I thought the Cobra was gonna strike and Chase is gonna be dead on the floor. All you can do is hang your head in shame now. All Andrew can do is hang his head. Every time Chase is in the room, he has to hang his head in shame like, oh yeah, you beat me, man. This guy beat me. That's gonna be stuck in his head all day. That's gonna be stuck in his head forever. Even if he has a rematch and beats Chase, he can't undo this generational damage he's done. What an embarrassment. It doesn't matter if you're a millionaire. This is one thing money can't buy. It can't take you back to the past and make you undo that embarrassment. I think we're all richer than him right now. Amazing. I ain't gonna pay for another one of these things. I got a whole Rumble subscription and I gotta try and find something to do with it. At least I can watch some videos without ads for a whole year. I think Misfits is a perfect name for this kind of boxing. A bunch of misfits gathering together and throwing punches. I feel bad for Andrew, man. He's the tough guy. He's the internet tough guy, and he can't talk tough anymore. He's lost his license to talk tough. I bet what he's gonna do is he's gonna like big Chase up as oh, he's really hard, he is. That's what he was doing. He's saying, oh, I'm 40 years old, you know, I'm not quite as young, and all that stuff. What about that other guy? What was his name? Ferguson? Isn't he like 40 or 50? He dominated that other guy. That young man. Warren. He dominated him. Put him on the floor and started shouting at him. Yeah, I didn't fight a pussy, I fought the champion. I don't think everyone thinks much of this champion when they look at all his videos of how he fights. There's that. All these videos of how this champion, apparent champion, fights versus somebody who's supposed to know combat sports. I think I'm just gonna stick to punching my punch bag at home and just fighting with people, and just fighting with my friends. this stuff is just like, it's so embarrassing. I get secondhand embarrassment. Like if I say to people, "Hey, you watching the Andrew Tate fight?" and they say to me, I can't be bothered." And I'm like, well, it's Andrew Tate, man, the tough guy, the internet tough guy. Don't you want to see what he can do? Now they're all gonna laugh at me. That's the secondhand embarrassment I'm gonna get. All these people I've been telling about Andrew Tate, they're gonna laugh at me. Nice job, Andrew. What an embarrassment. I think you should keep your mouth closed. I think Andrew, you should pipe down a bit. If you start talking humbly now, you're gonna look at him thinking he got humbled by a guy with pink gloves. It's a complete lose-lose for Andrew. Probably for the rest of his life. Top G, top G, top G.